nothing but a heartache. Tell me why.
Number 10. Full bullpen. While we expect Jake to act a fool the majority of the time, okay, all the time, we don't expect it from Captain Holt.
The full bullpen.
If the 9-9 crew are stuck on night shift and there's a cleaner waxing the floor, we know Jake will slide on the freshly waxed floor in his socks. That's Jake. But Holt lifting Jake's arm in a victorious gesture after completing the long slide from the captain's office to the elevator is something out of character for the captain, and it totally messes with our expectations. Hilariously, we should add. Just look at Holt's face coming off the elevator. He looks super pissed, but nope. He's as pumped as everyone else that Jake nailed the full bullpen. Number 9. Oldest bag. Joe Lo Truglio is incredible as Charles Boyle. Every time he inserts himself into a conversation, it's bound to end badly for him. But yet he just keeps doing it with a huge smile on his face.
You talking oldest bags? 68.
This cold open would have been funny enough with Charles mistakenly talking about the oldest woman he ever slept with, while the rest of the gang were talking about their oldest arrest. But what puts it over the top is that Boyle attempts to justify his romancing of a 68-year-old, and then goes on to explain how he met her.
That's someone's grandma.
She was, actually. That's how I met her. Went to college with her grandson, Marvin. Don't knock it till you try. She had a replacement hip with some serious torque.
Watch Andy Samberg's face as he genuinely cracks up when Boyle says he went to college with her grandson. Amazing. Number 8. Amy's late for work. It's one of the better known and most quoted cold opens in the show's run, and hot damn, there's good reason for that. It's not every day that the normally dry and stoic Captain Holt explodes in a comical burst of enthusiasm.
I'd say she's in line at the bank.
But then again, Amy being late for work is a big deal, as her character is so uptight and a perfectionist, so we can understand why Holt is so excited for guessing correctly. What makes this scene so funny is that Captain Holt doesn't partake in these little office games often, usually telling everyone to get back to work. But this time he not only joins, he wins.
There was a problem at the bank.
Hot damn!
Hot damn indeed. We love seeing Captain Holt happy. Number 7. Frosted tips. Remember the 90s? Remember when guys frosted their tips to look more like the Backstreet Boys? Well, the 9-9 sure does. And they are not having any of it, even when Jake decides to try on the look for himself.
Jake, we're worried about you and you look very stupid.
Having spent most of the 3rd season undercover in Florida, Jake returns to New York City having picked up a few bad habits down south, but none more so than his choice of hairstyle.
I kept them ironically. Pretty funny, right?
The joke is clearly a shot at Florida for being behind the times, but it also reminds us that, once upon a time, frosting one's tips was the cool thing to do, believe it or not. The fact that Charles frosts his too is just the icing on the cake.
You know what? I do see it. It's bad. It looks bad.
Number 6. Holt's dance-off. Like Captain Holt shouting hot damn after guessing why Amy was late for work, this cold open works so well because it not only upends our expectations of Holt, but it does so for Jake and Charles too.
Are you gonna arrest me for dancing?
You call that dancing?
The straight-walking, slow-talking, consummate professional in Captain Holt would obviously diffuse a heated situation on the streets. But through dancing? Seriously?
Dancing Captain must capture image of a lifetime.
That's what makes Holt so unpredictably hilarious. To make it even better, Jake and Charles can't get their phones quick enough to record it. So it's literally as if it never happened, because no one in the 9-9 is going to believe that Captain Holt took part in a dance-off. A spelling bee maybe, but not a dance-off.
Dancing over. Situation diffused.
No!
Number 5. Gina's exit. While we sure were sad to see Gina leave the 9-9, there's no denying that she made one hell of an exit. But honestly, what did we expect from the woman who worships Rihanna as a god and doesn't even know who President George W. Bush was?
I've decided to leave the 9-9, which is why...
Oh, okay.
Gina's all about style over substance, and that's why her 2 weeks notice comes complete with backup dancers. It's funny because we expect something over the top from Gina, but we weren't expecting a multi-layered dance expressing different parts of her personality.
This dance will be performed in 4 movements, each one expressing one aspect of my personality.
But thinking about it, after almost 6 seasons of dancing, wanting to dance and always talking about dancing, it kinda makes perfect sense. Farewell, Gina, you will be missed. Number 4. Hula hooping injury. We can see why the whole 9-9 office was speculating about Captain Holt's injured wrist, and his reluctance to talk about it.
I tripped over an uneven sidewalk. I did not think it was relevant to your jobs, the jobs which you should all be doing right now.
The idea of Holt tripping on the sidewalk just doesn't fit into his careful and precise manner, and it's surely not as if he was off doing something dangerous like rock climbing or something. Perhaps he sprained it while playing air cello and listening to Yo-Yo Ma? We could actually buy that story, but it turns out that Holt was indeed doing something not dangerous but quite silly, hula hooping. It's such a stretch to picture Holt hula hooping for exercise, but the pictures on his phone are all the proof we need.
Why are you telling me this?
Because no one will ever believe you.
And no one will believe a word Jake says. Number 3, Dianne Wiest infection. Everybody loves a good bad joke, right? A pun so bad and so stupid that on some level it's just funny. Well, count Charles in as someone who does, to the point where he probably spent the majority of his weekend planning this Dianne Wiest joke.
Bullets Over Broadway was on TV. I came down with a big old Dianne Wiest infection.
By turning the name of a famous actress into a common bodily infection, Boyle may have just created one of the worst good-bad jokes of all time. Or would that be the best good-bad joke of all time? Anyway, the look on Boyle's face shows that he clearly knows how bad the joke was, and he's praying for some sort of reaction from Jake, who refuses to give him any satisfaction.
Like yeast?
It's a standoff, 9-9 style. Number 2, Holt's first marshmallow. There are many times when Jake tries to make Captain Holt the butt of a joke, but Andre Braugher's performance as Holt just steals the scene and makes us love him even more than we already do.
The sugar in this is quite sweet.
This is one of them. With everyone offering their impression of Holt eating his first marshmallow, Charles' giddy impression seems to be the least accurate, as we just can't picture the captain giggling like a little child after biting into a marshmallow. But not only are we fooled, but Jake and company look foolish as well, as Captain Holt takes one bite of the fluffy sweet and breaks into a fit of the giggles.
I knew it!
This is the ultimate example of Captain Holt defying our expectations. Before we unveil our top pick, here are some honorable mentions.
Oh, hey, Captain. Did you get my report on the Finley murder?
Yeah, I looked it over. Nice work.
Good. Thanks, Dad.
Why is everyone staring at me?
2 keys. Pure as a Catholic schoolgirl. Did you bring the cash?
Oh, we brought something much better than cash.
What's that?
Our guns. NYPD!
She's unbeatable.
I don't know about that.
Terrence Jeffords, are you kidding me?
Change my relationship status to it's complicated. Pony up, y'all. Woo! It's my wife.
So yes, I spilled some minestrone on my pants and I'm sitting in my underwear. Happy?
Yes!
What are you guys laughing at?
If Boyle was wearing a pink shirt.
I get it. That's hilarious.
What's happening? Rose is the one wearing pink.
And?
It's gorgeous. Wish I could pull that off.
Dream on, strawberry shortcake.
Yeah, nice try, Mr. Grape.
Number 1, Backstreet Boys criminal lineup. What would be our number 1 spot without Andy Samberg taking center stage? This scene is a pretty clever twist on the traditional police lineup, which usually just has the victim pointing out their assailant through a two-way mirror.
Number 2, keep it going.
The one desire.
Since the victim only heard the perp singing a Backstreet Boys song, however, Jake is forced to rethink the police lineup in hilarious fashion. What makes it so funny is that the song is super catchy. Go on, admit it, you like it. And so Jake gets caught up in the singing and totally forgets he's investigating a murder.
Ain't nothing but a heartache. Tell me why.
But the guilty party does end up giving himself away via his beautiful rendition of the song, proving Jake is the best detective in the 9-9.
Oh, chills. Literal chills.
It was number 5. Number 5 killed my brother.
Oh my god, I forgot about that part.
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from Watch Mojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.